The following program is for adult audiences only.
Running on empty with Mr. Windy.
What the fuck is that noise?
What's that?
Oh, well, you finally answered the goddamn phone.
You don't like this music here?
No, I love the music. I love all music. I'm just saying, I've been calling this fucking number all day long, man. God damn, you guys. You're not good for my blood pressure, Omelet. I would call you Omelet, but you're shorter and you're not near as fat. But God damn, man, you're not good for my blood pressure, but it's all good.
What are you talking about? I said we were going to do the show right around 4:20. I'm only 25 minutes late. That's not even. That's not enough to get your blood pressure up. 25 minutes.
I know. But the problem is my schedule. When you decided to do a show today at 4:20, I had already planned a schedule yesterday because these nice people up here, Buck and his lovely wife Jill Stevenson, they're leaving for Florida to come down to where you are. And they're going to be there for a couple of months. You know what that means? That's the end of my ride to town. So I gotta do everything now. I gotta fill my propane tanks. I gotta get groceries for a couple of months. And if the weather doesn't give us a fucking break up here, I mean, it's really, you know what, Gentry, I'm going to tell you.
Why would you have to get your groceries for 2 months? That doesn't make any sense. Why? You're hibernating?
Because I'm not going to make it back. I cannot walk to the store down this road. There's 5. I sent you a picture to show you how deep the snow is that I shovel just to get from my club to their club. And you should see the snow is over my fucking head. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. You still go to the gym every day, right?
Yeah, not every day, but I try to go at least 3 times a week.
Well, guess what? I shovel fucking snow every fucking day. It's snowing every day. Welcome to Michigan, and I guess I love it. I got a trail. That's why I sent you that picture. I didn't. Jill did. She took the picture, and she sent it to you for me because my phone, I have almost had to smash this phone 4 or 5 times. And you know what I do, Gentry? No bullshit. When I can't figure something out why this phone's trying to tell me some bullshit that I'm not trying to do, instead of beating it up, like slapping the shit out of you at the plantation, I throw the phone over on the bed and I leave it there for about 3 hours. Then I go over there and pick it up and say, listen, here's what I want to do, and I don't want to. And so I got to go. I understand I need a 10-year-old. And then Jill, nicest lady ever. She's 1 year older than me. She was born in 1960. I was born in 61. So she probably has an idea of what kind of pain in the ass I might be because she's from the same era. Okay. So I can go over there and she'll help me. But she gets frustrated and she's like, you push this button right here. You push this button right here. Well, I didn't bring my pen and paper to make a note of that, and I can't figure it out. But so anyway, you got the picture I'm showing you, and then and I'm gonna tell you something else too. You go to the gym. That's why I got on this subject right here.
Yeah, please tell me where you're going because, you just been rambling. Like the Allman Brothers, just a rambling man.
Gentry, you're trying to tell people that I'm not going to live to 125. I work out far, far, far more than you ever thought about doing. I shovel snow that's waist deep, and I throw it over my fucking shoulder. And I don't shovel the snow for me to get to the main clubhouse.
Did you get rid of them flapjack titties of yours? Have you done enough work to get rid of that soft body, doughboy?
Hey. I go weigh myself right now. Probably, I'll be lucky if I'm 175.
Oh, shit, I weigh more than you then.
And you're fucking 3 feet shorter than I am.
I'm 2 feet taller than you.
Oh, yeah, well, you're standing on a Houston phone book with Orlando fucking pamphlet underneath that, right? Sure you are.
You haven't seen me in a while, man. I feel like I whoop your fucking ass pretty quick, man.
Oh, you know what? We talked about this, and I would like to do that. When Buck and Jill, they're leaving Tuesday. Tuesday.
Yeah, tell him thanks for not bringing you down here. I appreciate that, for leaving you there.
No, I almost did it. I almost caught a ride with them. They're going to Cross Creek. They got a nice place up there, alligators and the swamp by Gainesville, grandkids, twins going to Florida, Gainesville, great. They got it made, man.
They invited you to come to Florida. They were going to torture themselves for that long in a car?
Wait a minute. You don't remember the last time I came down there with my dog, Max? Buck is the one that gave me the ride down there when you lived at that fucking harbor, wherever the fuck that place is called, when you had money. I remember when you could write a check for $40,000 and it would be good. Now, if you wrote a check for $40, I wouldn't fucking take the motherfucker. So,
hey, how did you get money today? Didn't you just go to Western Union today, right?
I was only joking.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I mean, if you want, I can always cut off that supply if you'd like.
No, I'm only joking, man. I'm just saying if you remember, Buck, when I was there, Buck's the one that brought me and my dog. He didn't like my dog. Max shed too much, blew hair in his mouth, made the whole trip miserable. Then we got to do a goddamn car crash, some other shit. But that's water under the bridge and a long time ago. But I just want to tell you something. I know that you think you're physically fit, and that's fine. But until you get up here and do this kind of stuff, when you shovel snow, where it used to be when it was only 1 foot deep, I would shovel it and throw it right there. Shovel it, throw it right there. When it kept going 2 feet, 3 feet, 5 feet, now it's over your head. Guess what? You can't just grab it right there and throw it right there. If you do, it'll slide right back down to where you're at. So you have to throw it up and over your head. And so now I'm getting a workout, man. I'm telling you, you say, well, you sit around there, smoke cigarettes, smoke pot, drink whiskey. I don't drink beer anymore. That's a waste of my fucking time. But
what do you mean beer's a waste of your time? What does that mean?
What?
How is beer a waste of your time, man? You used to love that solid gold coming out of that there can.
But here's what when I went to the hospital for being dehydrated, what it was they said, you need to drink more water. And I said, I drink whiskey and I chase it with beer. And beer is 90% water. They said it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work out. And I wound up in the hospital. They wound up giving me 7 bags of sodium chloride, some fucking shit, because I ended up passing out at Tucker Paul's. I did a crash and burn. I was heading for the pellet stove. I was getting ready to crack my face on it, and Paul caught me and picked me up and laid me on the floor and called the fucking ambulance. He thought I was having a stroke. What I found out it was I was so dehydrated. When you drink too much alcohol, so much, and it takes all the water out of you. People that pass out driving, drinking and driving, drinking on a boat, drinking wherever you are, when you're walking and you all of a sudden fall off your feet and you crash, it's not so much because of the alcohol. It's because the alcohol is taking all the water out of your system. And when your system runs out of water, guess what? Bingo. You're out, baby. Time to take a nap. So I learned that.
Mr.
Now
Windy,
I don't
Mr.
drink.
Windy,
I do drink
not
whiskey, but I don't
stop
chase it.
drinking, Mr. Windy, I hope you can hear me. This is God, okay? If you don't stop drinking, you are going to end up dying, okay? And you're going to go to hell, okay? You're not coming to heaven because you have broken too many sins, way too many sins. Do you understand?
Right.
Please stop
Let me
drinking
tell you
so
something.
much whiskey, Mr. Windy. Please. This is God.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
only want
okay.
the best for you, my child.
Okay, let me explain something to you. When I was...
Hopefully you're on your knees right now, okay? You need to pray to me, okay? So whatever you're saying, get on your knees and then say it. Thank you.
Okay, shut him up, Gentry. Shut him up for a minute
Sorry
while I
about
say
that.
something.
He can just take over.
It's all good.
He's
It's
God.
all good.
He can do
I
whatever
don't
he
care.
wants.
Gentry, when I was born, my father got divorced from my mother because she was an alcoholic. And so my oldest brother, Stephen Edward Shaw, he's an alcoholic. My next oldest brother, Timothy Allen Shaw, he's an alcoholic. My younger brother, David Scott Shaw, he's an alcoholic.
You are an alcoholic.
What?
I said you are an alcoholic, so you're just falling right in line. Didn't you want to, like, kind of break the system?
But here's what I'm trying to tell you. Before you're born, if you are born and your liver has been programmed to filter alcohol, I made it all the way to I didn't even drink beer or whiskey or anything when I was in high school. At Port Aransas High School in Texas, if you were a smoker or you drank, you could not play basketball, you couldn't play football, you couldn't play baseball, you couldn't play anything. You were shunned. That's why I didn't start drinking till I got in the military, and I didn't start smoking till I was 38 years old. That's why I'm still in good shape, was because thank you, Harold Skipper Lister, our old high school health teacher, basketball coach, and baseball coach, everything. Harold Skipper Lister, because he was a captain of a fucking boat, but whatever. But he told us, if you fucking drink and you fucking smoke, and you will not be on this team if I catch you doing it. So I didn't do any of them. I didn't start smoking until I was 38 years old. And I do smoke.
What about smoking pot? When was the first time you smoked weed?
Well, if you got caught smoking pot at our school, you're off the fucking team. So, yeah, I may have hit a roach. I may have hit a joint in Charlie's pasture down there, but you goddamn shit don't tell anybody. When did I start smoking pot big time? I don't know. Probably when I got down there where you're at in Florida, working for Bobby Boyette, South Florida Maintenance, running 45 pounds of pot at a time from Fort Myers to Cincinnati, Ohio, AJ's Roadhouse on the Ohio River. Shit, I remember those days. And then running a goddamn kilo of coke from Fort Myers to San Diego, California. Yep, I remember them days too. But Bobby's in jail now, in prison. He's a fucking 3-time loser. He's all done. But I did make that trip 10 times. But that's long. That's back in the early 90s. No, late 80s, right.
Okay, so it looks like you're just going to keep drinking, and you've switched to whiskey, no beer, because I guess it doesn't hydrate you, so now you can drink water and whiskey. Is that what you're doing?
Well, that's exactly what they told me. If you are going to drink alcohol, you need to at least pair it halfway with water. And so I used to drink whiskey and water. But whiskey and water, it just kind of felt like dumbed down whiskey. So now what I do, I'll do me a big old 2-second shot of whiskey and do a 2-second shot of water. And I don't have any issues, man.
And you're feeling really good right now. And how old are you?
I'll be 64 in October.
And you're feeling as good as you did when you were in your 40s, or how you feeling overall?
Gentry.
Any arthritis?
I don't have any arthritis. I don't have anything bothering me anywhere. I don't have back problems. I don't have anything. I'm doing everything wrong, and nothing is ailing me. So I don't know if that's a sign. I don't know if it's a sign or not. But I'll tell you this right now. I just got through shoveling like a son of a bitch today for exercise. Let me tell you something. I have tinnitus, and I got that from working at the car wash up here. One of the compressors blew a fucking hose when I was walking by. So now I have ringing in the ears. You cannot get rid of it. So I can hear my heartbeat in my ears. So when I'm shoveling and I hear wee, 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 I'm like, oh, boy, we got it going now. Wee, wee. And I'm telling you, Gentry, I can hear my heartbeat in my ear. So when I get the okay, time to take a break, stick the shovel in the snow and stop and take a break. And I can breathe deep like a seance or them Buddhists or whoever they do, where they do that shit. And I breathe deep. And I can hear it go from beep, 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 to beep, 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 beep. Okay, good. I'm back to go.
Do you have anything prepared for the show that's entertaining? than just talking about heartbeat.
No, we don't want to talk about that. Let me get my notes. I got my notes right here.
I got something I'm gonna play for you while you get prepared, even though you're already 15 minutes.
Shit.
No, I want to play remember when you did the Muddy Country voiceovers? I have the finished product here. You want to hear it?
Well, of course.
Okay, here it is. I'm gonna play it. Hopefully you can hear this good down the line. Here it comes.
Crack a cold one, boys, and saddle them up and let's go. MuddyCountry.com.
What'd you think about that? Pretty good?
Yeah, but we could do that a lot better, Gentry. Goddamn. You could tell. I'll tell you what we'll do. I will pay the money. If you remember, you was going to give me that whatever that equipment was. Where I have my own headphones, and I don't got to be on a fucking cell phone. It costs $287.
Those are 1990s prices. It's gone up since then.
No, it's only 1990s. It's only goddamn 2 years ago.
No, that's 30 years ago now, Mr. Wendy. It hasn't been the 90s in damn 25 years now.
Hey, I'm talking about when I was at the plantation and I was leaving the plantation. You said you get this device right here and you can record your show and you'll be just like you're at the plantation. It was $287.
I never call my place a plantation, by the way, because I think it has some racial undertones to it. So I'd rather you not refer to my spread here, my beautiful house and studio, as the plantation. Because people are going to think I'm some kind of racist or something.
If you're gonna play that game, what I said when I was there, it was the radio station, and because I put in them green beans, and I put in your coconut trees, and I put in the mango trees, and I put in the avocado tree, and I spent $200 of my money to put grass outside your fucking swimming pool. I felt like I was working on a goddamn plantation, and that's why I started calling it the radio station fucking plantation. Because I cut down them fucking palm trees beside your house. Remember when I cut?
You lived rent free. This place is rent now. You get $3,000 a month for this place.
It wasn't.
You were living the good life, man.
Hey, yeah, you want to go down that road? You want to go down that road rent free? How about when I'm in my king size bed and I wake up and you're standing up over at me, looking at me while I'm sleeping, and you said, "Well, I yelled at you." Bullshit. You didn't yell loud enough at me, motherfucker. I wake up and you're looking at me sleeping.
It was 8:30 at night and you told me to come back. You were so drunk you fucking passed out.
Listen. No matter what, if I was in a place where you were in that situation, I would have banged. There were no doors. You took the doors out. But I would have banged on the wall and made you answer me before I came in there and saw you unclothed and laying in bed. Yeah.
You had some clothes on. Nobody was trying to see your little Mr. Wendy.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you were doing, but let's get on.
All right, I got another one to play for you. Here, tell me if you like this one. Let's see if this is another one with your voice on it. Here we go.
Beer in the cooler, mud on the tires, and Jesus in your heart.
Turn it up, sing along.
Yeah, this is Muddy Country.
Oh, sorry, that one didn't have you on it.
I was gonna say that sound like some little dude got something stuck in his ass. That ain't me.
Let's see if this is one of you here.
Turn it up.
Muddy Country Radio.
And I guess you didn't do a very good job because we only got one out of that whole session last time.
Wait a minute. You know what? Let me tell you something. First of all,
you're gonna have to work on your delivery. I think we only had one good read from you.
Okay, let me do one.
Okay, go ahead.
You're riding. What if I did something like, "You are riding through muddy country, so buckle up, boys, because it's gonna be a hell of a ride."
That's good. I like that. Why don't you give me something of like, this muddy country is like, we play the Outlaws, and I know you really like the Outlaws. So talk about how everyone should listen to Muddy Country Radio because these are the true pioneers and storytellers of country music. You know, the reason why you like listening to the Outlaws. Go ahead and tell me.
Let me try to summarize that real quick. You want to get down and dirty? You want to listen to outlaw country? You listen to muddy country, because these some bitches right here got enough mud on them that you need 2 car washes to get it off of them. I don't know. I'm just fucking around.
That wasn't bad, but you kind of fell off there at the end. But we can work on it.
Lean towards. Hey man, it's fucking snowing here, you know, and I'm trying to lean towards my phone.
Let's talk about the Super Bowl. Did you watch the game last night?
Everybody, and you know what? It's funny up here. They're really dogging all the people that say I don't watch the Super Bowl, and I actually lived somewhere last year when I was in the spaceship, and they don't watch it, and there's very few people that don't. But I watched it. I couldn't wait to watch it because I was all for. I sent you a text message that. There's no way. There's never been a three-peat. Never been a three-peat. It takes a lot. The Cowboys could have done it. The Steelers could have done it. A bunch of teams could have done it. It's hard to do. And and you're playing the fucking Eagles. And
Tom Brady never did it. And the Patriots never won 3 in a row.
I know. And so now they're playing against Saquon Barkley, and it's his birthday. And if you watch the game, the Chiefs, Andy Reid, they made sure Saquon Barkley didn't do shit. Every time he got the ball, they fucked him up. But guess what? That's not going to stop you from, what about Jalen Hurts? That motherfucker wound up being MVP. You might get Saquon, but watch when Jalen comes running around out here. Everybody's on Saquon. Jalen run like a motherfucker. And so I watched it go down by halftime.
Yeah, I thought that the fact that the defense on the Eagles, they were the key because, boy, they had Mahomes shook.
Yep. The defense, when you watch them smother Patrick Mahomes so many times, and they were like, I think, listen, let's get on to that now. Let's start my show.
Oh, we didn't start yet. I just wasted 22 minutes of my fucking life listening to your bullshit.
I want you to know something. I am totally disillusioned by the head coach Sirianni of Philadelphia, because the Cowboys. What the fuck did Jerry Jones do? Turn around and hire another fucking loser, man.
Who did they hire now?
Fucking. What?
Who did the Cowboys hire?
That goddamn Brian Schottenheimer, Marty Schottenheimer's kid. After Mike McCarthy, when they hired Mike McCarthy, Jerry Jones said, I'm going to do something big. Yeah, you fucking hired a big fat sumbitch, never won shit. You fucking fired him. Now you turn around and hire fucking Brian Schottenheimer. If you remember his dad, Marty Schottenheimer, he was never fucking shit, man. So guess what? The Cowboys are out for another 5 years. Don't even think about the Cowboys. They're not going to win shit. They got another sorry-ass fucking nobody coach. Jerry Jones needs to sell the fucking Cowboys so we can have a fucking winner, man. I'm not bullshitting you.
And I like that Dak Prescott. I got to hang out with him one time in the Bahamas, and he was a nice guy. I was rooting for him. I got an autographed helmet in the studio. Dak Prescott.
Hey,
I was all in. The Cowboys been sucking.
Prescott wanted Jerry Jones to hire Kellen, whatever his name is, the Philadelphia Eagles offensive scorer, Kellen. And Jones said, no, I'm not hiring him. And he hired Schottenheimer. Okay, fine. So we're losers again. So
what'd you think of the halftime show? Were you a fan of Kendrick Lamar's work there?
Notes, man.
What did you think of the halftime show?
It fucking sucked, man. Lip syncing by Kendrick Lamar and lip syncing by all the backup singers. They were all lip syncing.
SZA? You disrespecting SZA? I thought she was singing. She sounded pretty good.
Yeah, but hey, watch her lips and listen to the music. She's lip syncing. It's recorded. She's not fucking live. None of them are live. How can you be the halftime show with all these people watching, and you got recorded music playing, and you're moving your mouth and pretending like you're singing it? Watch Kendrick Lamar. Watch that fucking, what's her name?
What's your favorite Kendrick Lamar song?
What?
What is your favorite Kendrick Lamar song? Do you have a favorite?
The only Lamar I know is Lamar Jackson. I don't think he sings.
No, he's a football player.
Right.
So you are not a fan of the halftime show?
Listen, so the halftime show totally sucked, man. Totally sucked. Everybody, listen, no bullshit. Kendrick Lamar was lip syncing, and so were the backup singers. I'm looking at it like, you got to be shitting me. They pay you all this money, all you people running around, and you're all faking it. Just make it look like you're singing. I'm looking right at you. You're not singing that shit. You can't stand there and act like you're in a sauna, yet be singing that kind of music. You can't fucking do it, man.
All right, well, who were you rooting for last night? Who did you want to win?
I wanted Philadelphia to win big time.
And so you were happy with the outcome then?
Well, because I'm going to tell you why. Back in the day, when the Cowboys were America's team, everybody got tired of the Cowboys because a lot of people got tired of them winning. When you win too much, people get tired of you. They just get tired of you winning. Well, now, when I sent you a text yesterday, I said, you know what? Philadelphia's going to win because Kansas City's not going to three-peat because people are tired of people winning. And so, sure enough, I sent you a text. Andy Reid and other people, that one guy on ESPN, all them, were talking about how all the betting world was betting for Kansas City. But Kansas City, the people that knew where to put their money knew. They're tired of you, like the Cowboys, like the old Steelers. I don't know who, like Joe Montana. Well, Joe Montana just beat the Cowboys once. I still hate him for that. But anyway.
Let's talk about Elon Musk. What do you think about what he's doing right now, going through the budget and finding all this misspending? Some people think that he's just trying to get more money for his Starlink, for his flying to the moon or going to space. Some people think he's evil. Some people think he's doing the right thing by cleaning up. What's your take on Elon Musk?
I'll tell you something, Gentry. No bullshit. If you remember, Elon Musk sent up that Tesla car with a astronaut in it, and he sent that car to Mars. That car should have landed somewhere in Mars. It will be the first astronaut on Mars. I don't know whatever happened to that car, but he did send it up years ago. So what I'm saying now is when they put the call out, who wants to be the first person on Mars? Okay, Elon, go ahead and test all your rockets. Make sure they're blowing them up. They're testing rockets. There goes another $500 million rocket. Boom! That one blew up. Okay, we'll try again. Get another one. More rockets, more boosters, everything on. Now they're getting bothered. They're pretty soon going to get it to where somebody... See, we can't go to the fucking moon. Quit playing that fucking game. You're not going to live on the fucking moon. There's no oxygen. There's no gravity. There's no nothing. But on Mars, it's close to Earth. It's a lot colder. It's colder, but there's oxygen.
I have the latest on the situation with Mars. The Tesla Roadster is what you were talking about, and it launched into space aboard SpaceX's Falcon Heavy rocket on February 6th, 2018. And it's still out there orbiting the sun. It says the current status is its path takes it beyond Mars orbit at times and then swings it closer to Earth. It completes an orbit roughly every 557 days. As of recent tracking, the Roadster is still floating through space, but its exact position requires calculations from astronomers.
I want to be in that car, man. I told Elon Musk, put one of them fucking rocket motors on my spaceship van, and I'll go orbit Mars until I figure out how to get the motherfucker down there. I'll be the first motherfucker on that fucking planet.
It says here, where is it now? It said it made a close approach to Mars on October the 7th.
I'll get close now. Give me a rocket. I'll boost it down. I'll get there.
How are you going to get there?
I'm saying if Elon Musk will put one of them motors on my 2000 Chevy van and send me that way, I'm sure there's got to. See, the problem with that Tesla he sent up there, it's a fake. It's like a dummy, a robot. It's in the controls. He doesn't know how to. Hey, turn, go down. We need to go. Otherwise, you're going to keep going around and going around and going around.
So, what do you think about the guy and what he's doing currently with our government?
You know what, Gentry? You got to have money to make money, and that guy has more money than anybody on this planet. So I just don't see how people can sit there and say, well, we don't like what you're doing, even though you have more money than anybody on the planet, and probably half the people put together. That guy's almost, listen, Gentry, 890 billion. Donald Trump's worth $3 billion. 890 for Elon Musk. He's on the verge of being the first trillionaire, and you have never heard that before. Billionaire, everybody wants to be a millionaire. A billionaire, everybody would love to be a billionaire. Who in the fuck would ever think they could be a trillionaire? $999,999,000. One more dollar and you have a trillion. Shit. So
now there's some people that think that maybe he's going to get rid of some of these government contracts like the subsidies. So some of his critics are arguing and saying that he's trying to maybe redirect funds towards industries that he benefits from and not, and getting rid of, people that are really could use some help in our country. There's some people out there that think that that's what his motives are. I don't know the guy, so I don't know.
Well, if you listen, guess what? I have a TV here now, and I watch the news every day, and I love it. That's why I'm able to comment on something like this. What he may be doing is he's looking in there and saying, we are getting fucked right here. These people are fucking us, and he's putting a bug in Trump's ear. You're getting fucked. When you look at all these countries that are taking aid, we give Germany $250 million a year, and they're supposed to pay it back. And they've never paid it back one time, not even one penny. That's why Trump wouldn't shake Angela Merkel's hand way back when. And all the countries that the United States gives money to, we give money to other countries. And Angela is what she's called. Angela told Donald Trump, we need that money. Right. Why don't you we're $31 trillion in debt because we give a fucking... here's another one. You want to make me mad? You know what? We have enough oil and gas in this country to sustain ourselves. But what we do is we sell our oil to other countries, and then we turn around and buy oil from other countries at higher prices. I think Trump's going to figure that shit out. We don't need to import Canada's oil. We don't have to send Venezuela oil. We don't have to send anybody oil. Let's pump our oil. Let's refine our oil. And let's lower the gas prices in this country. America first, man. I mean, it's fucking bullshit. When you look it up, America exports more oil than it imports. Something's wrong with that right there. We should be burning our oil in this country. Drill, baby, drill, and keep the oil here. Yep, you watched. I think, hey, you know what's going to happen, Gentry? You heard it here first. Trump's going to have, once he has the control, which he already does, of the House and the Senate, the rule of only two terms per president, Xi Jinping in China, yeah, they got a new deal there. He's president for life. Bingo. New deal. And then look at Putin over there in Russia. He's president for life because if you try to run against him, he'll just say you ain't allowed. So he's president for life. So Trump is going to push a narrative to where, like who was it? I think it was Roosevelt, who was president for 8 terms in a row. And they finally figured out, well, you can't be 8 terms in a row because you're shaping the whole country according to what you want. Well, so now 2 terms. Trump is going to push for to be able to have, if the people vote for you, then you should be allowed to stay. If they, I don't give a fuck. Oh, you're going to sit there and say, well, if you get to another Supreme Court justice, you're shaping the system. You have strings on the kitchen. The United States is the kitchen, and you're the chef, and you have strings on it like a puppet. So Donald Trump is going to push for, if the people say I can stay, I should be able to stay. You watch what's going to happen before 4 years is up. Strings on the kitchen.
What do you think about what he's talking about doing in Gaza, like building casinos and hotels and stuff and taking over the Gaza Strip?
Right, and you know what? And he knows it, and everybody who knows anything about over there knows it. That is the most ridiculous thing you could ever imagine in the world. Those people over there are fanatical. They're fanatics. They're not going to go. You know what? You think, oh, you're going to worry about these IEDs and roadside bombs and different shit to these people that don't like Israel, don't like America, and you're going to get rid of all their old shit. You don't think they're going to come back when you put up a fucking condo over there? What kind of drone you got? What kind of fucking, there's all kinds of shit that you're going to have to, you're not going to be able. Them people have been with Gentry. Then people have been at war since they crucified Jesus in, what's the name of that town? Galatheby or something. It's a town outside there but it's a skull-shaped mountain. Galathaba or something. It's been a long time since I've read that, where it was actually crucified. Those people over there, they didn't like that. They don't like this. Now, they're not ever going to stop fighting over there. They're never going to stop fighting. You might as well get over it. Get over it. We don't have any fighting here because you got to get in a big canoe. You got a long ways to ride to get here. It's not the Middle East where you can ride a camel and go over that hill and over that desert and you're here. It's not England where you can go over that river and over them 2 trees and you'll be there. To get here, you got to have a big boat. And that's why we have the most powerful Navy in the world, because if it comes right down to it, ain't anybody getting here. If they think, well, we'll just come through Canada, want to bet? We'll get you before you get there. Well, we'll come through Mexico, want to bet? We'll get you before you get there. Nobody's getting here. As long as our Navy is what it is, and it is, there's no question. So we're not worried about that. That's why we are secure, is because we're like an island. We are surrounded by water. In order for somebody to get here and fuck with us, they got to come over the water, and we got the better boat. We got way better boats. We got way better every fucking thing. You're not getting here. So we're all set. So Trump is doing this. You people want to fight over there in Europe like World War II? America got in on that one. You want to fight over here in the fucking Pacific? We got in on that one. Trump's saying, you know what? Let them fight, man. Fuck them. Fuck them. Save our money.
Speaking of fighting, are you still fighting with Omelet and Finster over there? Are you back in good terms with them?
Ever since I heard him say the song by Kid Rock, I forget what the name of it is, and he said the song was about Mr. Windy, and I was like, you know what, man? You fucking sit there and tell me. He called me one time, and he said, you know, you attacked me on Facebook. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, you fucking said this, you said that. You're not my friend. We didn't talk for about 6 months. Fine. But now he comes back on his show, not Facebook, on his show. What's that fucking song by Kid Rock called? Something about fucking sleeping with your wife, sleeping all this shit. I forget what it is. But in my mind, he attacked me. So if you can sit there and be a hypocrite and say that I attacked you and we're not friends and I'm only on Facebook and you're on your KLT, WKLT, the rock station, 300,000 people. They got two signals, all the way to the UP and all the way down towards Grand Rapids. So there's a lot of people listening. So if you can sit there and say, this song is about Mr. Windy, and it was requested by Shelley. Well, guess what you just did, fuckboy? You just got yourself put on my shit list.
Mr. Windy, this is God. I'd like to just interact real quick, please. This is God.
Fuck you.
I want to ask you about forgiveness. You do know you're supposed to forgive.
No. Yeah, who says who? You're supposed.
That's in the commandments. I helped to write those. Me and the disciples, we got together. We wrote some commandments. You're supposed to follow the rules. Real simple stuff.
Hey, Buckboy, I know the 10 Commandments. There is nothing about forgiveness in them.
I think you need to read them over again. I think you should read them over, read the Bible, and learn about forgiveness. I don't think Omelet meant anything ill will, you know.
What is the name of that song? I'm going out with.
He didn't even request it. Somebody else requested the song. You should be mad at them, not Omelet.
Hey, the song is called Low Life, and he says, I'm a low life, living the high life.
You like to joke around, Mr. Windy. He was just joking. You understand jokes, right, Mr. Windy?
Shut the fuck up. Who is that, Yandel?
No, this is God, okay? And I'm the one and only, G-O-D. My friends call me G, okay?
I'm going to tell you something else, Gentry. I got shit to do, so when you start playing that playing out music, I'm not talking for another fucking hour after this fucking show. I appreciate the money.
I think you should forgive, Mr. Windy. It is about that time.
Hey, I've long since forgiven everybody. God, I have long since forgiven everybody. Does that mean that I will forget them? No, I am not going to forget them. They are forgiven. You can't sail a ship on yesterday's wind, and what's done is done. They are forgiven. But will I forget them? Absolutely not. I think about them every day. I have never called. I have not called KLT.
Hey, Mr. Windy! I'm your biggest fan, Mr. Windy. I just want to interject here real quick and say how much I love you. And I want you to autograph my asshole.
And I'm not, whatever. You can play that shit right over me. I'm not going to call him because you know what? You guys need to understand. They need to understand when you push somebody's mean button.
Don't be mean, Mr. Windy. You're such a nice guy. Please, Mr. Windy, I love you.
Okay, here you go with that shit again. Gentry, I'm drinking my whiskey here. As a matter of fact, I ain't had a cigarette since we started this motherfucker. I'm going to light me a fucking cigarette, and I'm going to drink my whiskey. And, let's see, we never even get to have this shit in my fucking notes, you motherfucker. Now you're playing me out, and I ain't got none of this. Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you about a song by Johnny Cash. The man comes around, and he says in that song that I am a whirlwind in a thorn tree. That's what I am. You watch and see. I am a whirlwind in a thorn tree. Yep. So my phone turns. Oh, here's another one. Here's another thing. Tired of my phone telling me to shut the fucking volume down. Tells me, fucking, you got the volume too loud. You hurt your ear. And then you know what? If I don't turn it down, the phone turns it down. And all of a sudden, I can't hear you anymore. So I almost beat it up twice today. My phone. I almost beat it up again twice. But I was already told, don't beat your phone up and all that shit. Okay, I say what about this? I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to read notes, man. I got so much shit written here. Shit, what? The fuck is this show? I don't give a fuck about show. Land of the... Oh, well. Let me tell you something, Gentry. I am in the land of the ice and snow. There's a lot of ice, and there's a lot of snow. And it's a great song by Led Zeppelin. It's also a really good song by Greta Van Fleet. Okay? They sound like Led Zeppelin, kind of whatever. But the land of the ice and snow, I'm in it. And But it's all good because I'm all for it. Go ahead, man. Another 3 feet, another 4 foot. I got snow piled up so fucking deep. It's good cardio. It's a good workout. You could have a heart attack, but when you have what do you call that shit ringing in your ears like I did? I forget what it's called. And I can hear my heartbeat. Beep, 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 beep. I'm like, uh-oh. Sound like a goddamn smoke detector about to go off right there. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, take a break. Lean on the shovel. And then you go, beep, 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 beep. Okay, I'm about to shovel more. We're trying to get there. And I got a lot of shit to do. What do they call that shit? I forget what it is. Ringing in your fucking ears. It's caused by the car wash up here. And I should sue them. I should sue them. The goddamn car wash I worked at over there. Trying to read my notes. They're all fucking sideways. Oh, yeah, we already talked about this right there. Heart attacks, PSA, I don't give a fuck. Tinnitus, that's what it's called, tinnitus, ringing in your ears. Yeah, I got it from the car wash I worked at over there. The fuck is it? I can't read my fucking notes here. I should have what? Here's a good one. My mother, when we were children, and my sister, if she remembers, my mother's side of the family was very Catholic. My father's side was a Presbyterian. But I remember my mother telling us many times I should have been a nun. And I always wondered what that meant. Well, she knew I should have been a nun. But nuns don't have kids, I guess, is what they say. So that's one of my notes out here. I was going to get to that, but okay. Lemons and lemonade. I don't give a fuck. They flip this motherfucker over right here. Oh, halftime show, right? We already talked about this. Yeah. Oh, okay. You want to get to this one? The Texas Longhorns missed out on the national championship this year, but what's his name is gone. Guess who's the quarterback next year? One of them Mannings. Not Peyton Manning, not Eli Manning, the son of Cooper Manning. So a Manning is going to be the quarterback for the Texas Longhorns next year. So they should do something really good here. Okay, fuck this one. Okay. I'm going to read this shit. Okay. The wind here, another note that I have written here. Fucking wind is blowing 50 miles an hour. So much so it rocks shit. You can't shovel snow without eating half of whatever you want, wherever you want to throw it. So, they call me Mr. Windy, right? And I got that name from Joe Scott. But I believe Joe Scott stole that name from Stan and Haney. Because when Stan and Haney were on in the next morning, they said, we're the ones that gave him that name. You stole it. You know who you are. And I think they were talking to Joe. So I think Haney, or Stan and Haney, K-Rock, I think they're the ones who actually coined the phrase, Mr. Windy. I need 200 words to answer a yes or no question. Well, guess what, fuckstick? If it's not a yes or no question, and I love it, when I see this shit on the fucking these congressmen and senators shit saying yes or no, I wish I would be the one standing. I say, you know what, motherfucker? It's not a yes or no question. You fucking ask a bunch of yes or no. Fuck you, man. I fucking don't tell me yes or no. I'm not gonna. I'll say fuck you. How about that? Yes or no? Fuck you. What do you say? Because instead of a bitch, and I'll go into my spiel about what. Whoa. Cut that shit. No 200 words to answer a yes or no question. Yes or no. How about fuck you? Anyway, they'll be like, whoa, that's not what we have. That's not what we're at. Fuck you, man. Don't tell me. You motherfuckers, and not you. There have been a few of them that have done it throughout my life when they tell me, ask me a question and say yes or no. That right there, when they say yes or no, they're backing me into a corner. Yes or no. No. And I'm not going to say no because that means I said no. I'm not going to say yes. So what I do is I just simply say, man, fuck you. Yes or no? Fuck you. Yes or no? What part of yes or no don't you understand? Fuck you. And then pop the fucking mics down. You want to go out here, stand in the fucking hallway, and I'll tell you, you're not asking me a yes or no question. You're asking me a bunch of goddamn bullshit, and you're going to try to make me look like a goddamn idiot. It's not a yes or no question. So, yes, Mr. Windy, that's me, needs 200 words to answer a yes or no question. Because if it ain't yes or no, you ain't going to fucking tell me, interrupt me. Fuck, I'll get my fucking stick, man. Okay, so where am I at now? I'm going through my fucking... All right, Jenks, I already told you I wasn't going to sit here and stay on this motherfucking phone all goddamn day long after this show. Let me go back over here a little bit more. I appreciate the money. I'm supposed to be going to get some more propane here in a minute. That's on your dime. Thank you. Get some propane. Pay a little bit more on my travel trailer. I'm going to own where I live. I will own it before the snow melts, I hope. So, thanks for the dough. I got it in my pocket. I'm going to go get some propane, give what's left over to Buck, more towards this place, because once I own where I live, I can do whatever I want to. If I want to put a wall into my bedroom, I got a one-bedroom travel trailer, beautiful. I want to put... however I want to put my septic and shower in the bathroom, it'll be mine. I won't have to ask anybody in there. So that's what we're shooting for. I got to get him paid. So keep sending me money so that way I can keep paying Buck. And that way I will own this place right here. And I don't give a goddamn if a fucking earthquake comes and this bitch falls all the way down to the bottom. As long as I'm in it, whatever's there, it's mine. And I ain't going nowhere. Ain't nobody telling me to go. Buck already told me, you ain't got to go anywhere. I ain't leaving. Okay, great. I ain't either. I appreciate the club that I'm buying. I'm going to pay some more on it today. I got the money in my pocket. As soon as I see Buck, we're supposed to go get propane. I'm going to slide him some fucking dead presents more towards owning my residence. It's not a trailer house. It's not a house. It's a travel trailer. But it's big enough for me. 3-burner stove, double sink, 4-foot refrigerator, central heat. I don't need air conditioning. You don't need air conditioning in Michigan. If you've been from where I'm in Florida and all that shit, up here in Michigan, if it gets 85 degrees in the summertime, these people here think they are dying. The world's coming to an end. We're all on fire. It's all over with. If you should be set up in the shade, like I had a spaceship over there at Paul's, fuck, it'd be 9 degrees out there in the sun, but I'm under these fucking giant oak trees. And fuck, I was fucking 70 every day. That's why my clothes all molded. Got too cold, too hot, too cold, too hot. I'll have that shit all figured out now. When I get this trailer moved back there, use up your 250-foot of Romex and that double 40-amp breaker, and it's going to be back there by the chicken coop. And I'm going to, with the price of eggs going up at $10 a dozen, we're going to raise 17 New Hampshire Reds. That's the best chicken, New Hampshire Red. It's a big red bird. Rhode Island Red, that's a red bird too. But they don't lay as big eggs as New Hampshire Reds. I've had them both. So we're going to get 17 New Hampshire Reds, and I'm going to put the gardening up front. I got to have rabbit wire around the bottom and chicken wire around the middle to stop the moles and gophers and all that other shit down low, and the rabbits from jumping up high. And then we're going to put a stand out front for all the stuff, because I grew so much stuff at so many places where we had more stuff than we knew what to do with. They used to can it. But it got to be so much, too much to can. So now, but I wanted to put a stand up. No, we're not doing no stand. I don't want them people coming by, blah, blah, blah. Well, here they're going to let me put a stand up. We're going to use the stand to sell the vegetables, to buy laying mesh, to feed the chickens, to sell eggs and eat eggs, and I'm not paying $10 a fucking dozen. I got 18 pack over here right now. Cost me $9 fucking dollars. Fuck that. Okay. All right, Jesse. I'm trying to light my cigarette. I'm gonna drink my whiskey. All right. Fuck. You don't want to be drinking that shit. That's my gesture. You don't want to be drinking that shit while you're talking. Trying to light a cigarette and gonna fucking go down the wrong pipe. All right, Jesse. Gotta go. Appreciate the dough. I'll wait to see Buck. They're supposed to call me when they're here. Then we go get this propane and I'll be set because they're heading down to the Sunshine State, to the land of alligators and giant pythons. Right. And we'll sit up here and freeze our ass off, but when the snow melts and the mushrooms start popping out, I'm working the garden, I'll get everybody back. You watch. I'll find the mushrooms. I'll have a world-class garden. But you have to take the bad with the good. So right now it's the bad. Snowing every day. Shovel snow every day. But it can't go on forever. Understand that. The snow, it can't keep going on. I understand that it may go on for quite a bit longer and be a record-setting winter. But even longer, it's not forever. It has to end. It can't snow in the fucking summertime. You know? Son of a bitch. So anyway, I'm going to light my cigarette, man. I hate to hang up on you. I'm not hanging up, but I'm just saying, that's like I told you, when you play me out, I'm not hanging around on here all day. I'm looking out the window. Clouds are coming in. I think we're due for another 18 inches of snow tonight. You want to know how I know how much it snowed last night when I get up in the morning? I don't look. I got plastic on the inside of the windows to try to help insulate. That's what they do up here. So I can't really see too much outside. But I turn the TV on and I watch how many schools are closed. And when they show every school everywhere around me, Traverse City, Cadillac, fucking UP, everybody, fucking, they're all closed. I'm like, fuck, man, fuck. Do I got to go shovel more snow? Let me open the door. When I open the door, when the door pushes snow and it's a foot off the ground, son of a bitch. All right. So it's all good. More mushrooms. I'm getting ready to make me I forget what they fucking call it. I'm going to have my favorite fucking bacon mushroom Swiss fucking burger. But I got to go over there and head to the main club and get the shit. I got to go out the fucking door. Probably got to shovel more to get there. So maybe, I don't know what I got here. I don't know, refried beans and turkey. Yeah. But no matter what, I got to go, man. I'm not gonna sit here and be all fucking boring ass shit. I'm just letting you know that when this snow, which is a lot of it, I sent you a picture. I didn't. Jill did. She used my phone, took the picture. She sent it to you. I'm a 10-year-old. She's 61, 1 year older than me. No, she's born in 60, so she's like 64. But she knows more about this phone than I do, so she was able to send you a picture, I think. But the little dogs, I'm a dog lover, you know that. That's Derlin and Moose. They were running up on top of the snow and jumping over the fucking fence. Little motherfuckers jumping over the fence. And I seen their tracks. And I told Joe, I said, "Them motherfuckers jumping." Yeah, fuck that. So I shoveled them out. I shoveled down the fence. So now when they get up on top of the hill, you can see, because they're very smart dogs. I forget what they're called. There's one, and the little dogs look like somebody punched them in the nose. And, they can tell that I done something, that they're not getting out again. And if they do, I looked over the other end of the yard over there. If these little smart motherfuckers go the other end and find their way out the other side of the fence, well, guess what? I'll dig that up too. All right, man. I gotta go. Don't text me back like you did the last time and say you hung up. Well, first you hung up on me that time, and I don't give a fuck because this is fucking redundant. It's retarded. It's ludicrous. It's a bunch of shit. All we're trying to do here is pray for the fucking snow to go away, and the morale mushrooms will pop. And I noticed that one of my shows, I heard the Michigan Lottery was an advertiser. Well, I got good things to say about the Michigan Lottery. I want people to know something right now. You don't got to hit every number. All you got to do is hit about hit three of them. You'll get your money back. If you can hit four of them, shit, son. You hit four, and the fucking Powerball or whatever they call that other one. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, but I ain't never won shit. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Yeah, I always play thinking they say you can't win if you don't play. Right. I can't win if I do play. I don't want to run off advertising, but I would encourage people to play like I do, because all I need to do is hit about 5 of them one time. I don't need 3 or 4. And the Powerball, I just want about $10,000, man. If I could get $10,000 in my pocket right now, I'd disappear for how long will that last me? 3 months. Well, depends where I live. Yeah, I could disappear for 3 months and live high and hard for $10,000. But I ain't got $10,000, But I'm doing all right, $10,000 in 10 months. I mean, fuck, with your money and my Social Security retirement, right? I just got a raise on that too, in case you didn't know it. Every time you see them say Social Security's going up a little bit, that'd be me, right? Because that's money I earned. I earned that money. I was working in 1970 at New Orleans Poor Boy in Port Aransas, Texas. 9 years old. My job was to clean the parking lot, 50 cents a day. Yeah, big money. Big money in 1970. 50 cents? Yes, sir. A Coke cost 10 cents. Cheeseburger was, I forget it was 35 cents. I think a fucking fries were 25 cents, yeah. Fuck, yeah. I was in high cotton. Not long before you shut up on this motherfucking planet. So, you know what? Whatever, man. You keep on saying, yeah, you'll never live to be 125 years old. No shit. Guess what? I'm hearing about them every day. Somebody said, did you hear about so-and-so? Did you hear about so-and-so? Ah, fuck, really? Really? Oh, what happened? Whoa, nobody knows. They went out, and they come back, and he wasn't on the boat. I was like, oh, fuck. Somebody shoved him over. No, they said they didn't do it. I was like, what the fuck do you think they'd say? Did you shove that man over the side? No. You think they're going to say, you shoved that man over the side? Yes, I did. Of course they're going to say no, man. Fuck. That's why I quit. That's why I got all that shit. Yeah. You get people that you don't see eye to eye with. There's 2 of them there's 3 on the boat. 2 of them and 1 of you. You wind up getting where you don't see eye to eye with 2 of them. Now you gotta watch them with both eyes, and you need eyes in the back of your head. So you know what? I said, I'll get right the fuck out of there, and I'll send a hurricane in there and fuck all you people up. And I sent Ian in there, and I told Sammy out there at E&J, I said, I'm gonna leave here. All the work I did on the fucking Pleiades, everything I did on that boat, I'll leave it, and next time I'm coming back as a hurricane. And sure enough, the Pleiades was one of the worst boats destroyed, washed a quarter mile inland, destroyed. Penny B, my brother's boat, Stephen Edward Shaw, Penny B, destroyed. The house that she was in, everyone destroyed. And now I don't go back there anymore because I know I fucked him up. You fucking motherfuckers fucking me like that. If I don't burn your goddamn house down, I'll call a hurricane in on you. And if they don't believe me, you call your buddy Jesse. You know Jesse. You went to high school with him, Gentry. You need to get a hold of Jesse. and find out what Jesse thinks of Charlie Shaw. Yeah, he may wind up telling you, oh, that motherfucker's a dead man if he ever shows up here again. Well, I'm not showing up there again, but if I do, it'll be another hurricane. Because the next time I wiped out Trico, I wiped out Billers, and Happa, E&J, Erickson, Jetson. Piss me off again, I'll come through there again, and I'll wipe out the rest of you. You might as well start fucking selling fucking, what are they, hibiscus. Sell hibiscus off of that property. All right, gents, I got to go. I'm fucking, you got me talking so much, I can't even smoke a cigarette, and I can't drink my whiskey. So I got to go. Don't bother texting me and saying, oh, you on the phone up. Listen, man, I don't mind talking to myself. I do a lot of shit myself. I'm bisexual. You know that? Bisexual. By myself. Ain't no other motherfuckers around here. Everybody is bisexual by myself. I don't have any fucking problems, man. And I don't fucking, some bitch come at me and say, oh, where's my money? Oh, you owe this. And fuck you, man. All right, man, I got to go. Later. I'm tired of telling you. I've told you 19 times now. I'm looking at my whiskey. I'm trying to light my smoke, and I got to go. So go ahead and end this wherever you want to, but I have got to go because I got shit to do. It's almost dark. I got more shoveling to do. I'm supposed to go get propane. Fuck. Okay, get out of here.